y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 178. Yes, sir. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we're talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. I thought that my voice would have woken up before we started the show because we were doing a lot of laughing and singing.
All
and
those
I
James
was wrong
Brown
about that.
impressions, man.
That's right, man.
Hey, all about James Brown.
They put you out.
All about James Brown. I was teaching these kids about some James Brown up in Sharon.
Oh, no need to teach, brother. I'm with you.
I wish we had that whole conversation now. That would have been great.
I did too. That was great.
It's always the pre-game banter that keeps us going.
Yeah, it'll be on the DVD. Bonus features.
I don't know. It might not make it all there. It'll be on the Blu-ray for sure, though.
The Blu-ray, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
bonus
for some
features.
reason at the end of the Blu-ray, there's a big no at the end. We don't know what that's about, though.
Exactly.
They'll take care of it in the despecialized edition.
Hall.
Yeah, buddy.
How are things?
Ski.
How's Krista and Pearl?
Well, before I get onto that stuff, I just want to thank everybody for the support.
Yeah, man, you
after
got all
last
kinds of
week's
love. Amen.
Yeah, I got a ton of love on Twitter, and it's really awesome. I really appreciate it, you guys. Like,
Best community
Ever.
in the world.
yeah, I
Ever.
said it, man. I think we do have like one of the best communities on the internet, if not the best. So
Exactly.
just an awesome place for us to talk. So, over this weekend, we went to my mother-in-law's, Krista's mom's house. We're going to kind of like scope things out for the baby shower.
Oh, nice.
Krista is 26 weeks along now.
Nice.
And I think...
What
think
fruit
we're
is
having
that?
What's that?
What fruit is that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they do fruits after that, do they?
I don't know. Usually
that's-
every
that's
size
like
has a
after
fruit. Is
most
that just at the
stuff.
very beginning?
That's after most stuff is developed, so I've learned a lot about this over the course of this.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I think development is pretty much complete. It's like the lungs are the last thing,
I got you.
and it's pretty much complete around 36 weeks, I think. So if a baby is born at 37 weeks or after, usually
It's fine.
there's
Yeah,
no
that's
time
usually-
spent at the hospital.
That's usually your mark. That's your marker. 37 weeks.
Yep. And I think when we have the baby shower, she'll be at, I want to say she'll be close to 32. And that is definitely
Nice.
the last time we're traveling.
I was
Oh,
about
yeah.
to say, yeah, that's
It's getting
yes.
a little harder.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's hard for her to, get comfortable in the seat of a car. Like,
Yes.
right.
we
Yeah.
definitely need to calm down on traveling. So,
Where's the house?
her mom lives in East Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
It's a little city called La Follette, and most of her family and some of our friends are out there. So it's like it kind of makes sense. Like,
Yeah, man.
not everybody is going to be able to make the trek out to Nashville. It's about a 3.5 hour drive.
Right.
So, but we're looking forward to it. I mean, nice mountain view.
Oh, nice.
Like we're doing it outdoors, and the mountains are just like there. So it's pretty awesome.
That's great.
And what about that Super Bowl?
What about that Super Bowl?
What about that Super Bowl?
Did you watch it, Hall?
Yes, I did.
Look at you.
And I got caught up on my information about Peyton Manning
Well done.
because I had a feeling that if the Broncos won, they were going to ask him constantly, like,
Of
"Hey, is this your
course.
last game?"
Of course they were going to ask him that. And
My
of course,
Poor guy
Every
couldn't even enjoy winning the game.
no.
No, every single person asked him that.
You're like, we don't care if, congratulations. Are you get to stay around, though?
Yeah.
Is what it felt like. They couldn't even get out congratulations.
No,
No,
they are you going to stay around? Hey, oh yeah, by the way, congratulations. So,
Yeah,
good
exactly.
job.
Yeah, it was funny. But I mean, he's just going to go and drink a whole lot of Budweiser that night.
Yeah, what the heck
He
was
said
that?
that
was
multiple
a
times.
full-on endorsement because he's going to retire, and so Budweiser's going to pay his first year of retirement. That's what's going to happen.
I guess so.
I guess.
Did you see him shake hands with Papa John as he left
No, he kissed
field?
Papa John almost. I thought he hugged him or something.
Well, yeah, Papa John kissed him. I don't know. You couldn't see if he kissed back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am so sorry I missed that. Like, we had to get on the road to get home, so
Yeah.
I had to listen to the last half on the radio.
I looked over at Laura and
Whoa.
said, that was Papa John's, wasn't it? She's like, yep.
That's amazing.
He had his orange Papa John shirt on and everything.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's what it looked like, unless it was a Bronco orange, but
That could have been. I
it
don't
looked
know.
like he was in a Papa John shirt.
Papa
Well,
John's.
You know what? Congratulations to the Broncos. It was
Papa
a
Broncos.
It was it was a defensive Super Bowl. It was kind of boring for me, but
Dude,
those
how
were-
about that defense? Like,
it was one of
You
those
guys-
games where if Cam didn't come out right, it was going to go downhill, and it went downhill
Yeah.
pretty fast.
well, that's the thing. Like, so I didn't watch hardly any football, like 15 minutes this whole season.
Right.
So, and you guys were like touting, like, oh, Carolina's
Yeah.
offense, man, they are
Oh, yeah.
awesome. And I
Number
did
one
not,
offense in the league.
Oh,
I did not see that.
No, because the Broncos shut him down.
That's what,
I
I'm
thought
saying.
was what I thought was the coolest thing was the same way the Broncos lost 3 years ago or 2 years ago is the
Got
same way
crushed
they
by
won
Seattle.
this year. Remember, because they
Yes.
got that year the Broncos. It was switched. The Broncos were the number one offense in the league,
Yep,
and Seattle was the number one defense.
yep.
And this time the Seattle crushed the Broncos. I mean,
Absolutely,
the Broncos
and not
didn't
like-
do.
Yeah, I think I recall
The Broncos
that.
didn't do to the Panthers what the
No.
Seahawks did to them.
No, it was definitely a little
still.
bit closer.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But-
going into the second half, there was a chance.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
well, going into the fourth quarter, there was a chance. I mean, crazier things have happened. My wife kept being like, well, this is over. And I was like, well, crazier things have happened with 3 minutes left. You know what I mean? When he fumbled the ball, in the fourth, I feel
was
like
it.
everything about Cam's demeanor in the whole fourth quarter felt defeated.
Yep.
I mean, for Superman,
Yeah, sure.
you know what I'm saying? Has been dabbing all over the place. He definitely looked defeated. I was like, oh snap. Like,
Yep.
this is it, and there was still like that chance in the back of everybody's minds, I think, that have watched Cam Newton were like, well, he might march down the field and score here. But then
He
like
might.
for an onside kick to go right, and then for them to get it back and then be able to pull it off with no timeouts left,
Yeah.
that's when it got a little shaky.
Yeah, and
That's
he
kind of
has an
defeating.
arm, man. He can throw.
Oh
That
my
boy can.
gosh.
I saw a couple of those passes. I mean, and he was like there were a lot of incomplete passes. He was definitely not on his game. But the ones that he did hit,
ridiculous.
I mean, they were bullets, like right in the
Yeah.
numbers, perfect precision.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I was
Crazy.
holding out hope for them to score again in the fourth. But,
Yeah, me too.
It ain't over till the Chubby Ninja sings.
That's right.
Exactly. Hello.
That's right. But yeah, I mean, and then of course Cam gets a little aftermath because of his press conference and him walking out. And I understand like the whole defeat, but this is. I like this for him because this is a humbling experience for him, and he needs to go through this stuff because he needs to grow as a player. I still like him as a person. I think he was just a little bit of a sore loser, and I
of course.
probably would be too, because like you've worked all season for this, you're at the Super Bowl, you're kind of on top of your game, and then you have a horrible game.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this is like his third year, right?
No, it's longer than
It's
that.
more than that, but he's so young that
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
young.
got
Yeah,
so.
he's got
I mean,
time. He'll get it.
let's put it this way: Cam was drafted in 2011.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manning was drafted in 98.
Yeah. Yep.
98. Me and Hall were still in school.
I was married. So y'all can kiss my butt.
You were already to that cranky stage.
That was my first year of marriage.
Yeah, he was already telling people to get off his lawn.
Yeah.
Never mind. You were good still.
Oh,
Yep.
shoot.
No, it was good stuff.
Okay, so since we're talking about Super Bowl, favorite commercial?
Man, I gotta say, most of them were horrible.
I know.
Yeah.
The puppy monkey baby
puppy
thing.
monkey baby one was ridiculous.
What was that? I didn't even understand what was going on with that thing.
I did like the Hotline Bling one though. I thought that was pretty
Oh, that
funny.
was funny. Yeah,
because Drake's smiling. He's like, "It's not going to change the song at all." That was my favorite line. That was my favorite line from that commercial. With his, it was good, but like all of them, I was just like, "Huh?"
I'm trying to think which one even stuck with me. I'm so bad at remembering, like, after it's over. Like, obviously, I remember the Pokemon one because it was Pokemon.
It was Pokemon, yeah.
But was it selling anything in particular, or was it just bringing Pokemon? Yeah,
Just
was it
getting,
just celebrating
getting
Pokemon?
people's eyes on it.
Yeah,
Like not, I don't know, promotion.
Yeah, it was.
that's what
It was
that's what I
dumb.
thought.
I think the movie trailer stuff stuck with me the most.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like the reveal of Krang. I knew
Oh,
Krang was going
yeah.
to be in the new Turtles movie. I mean,
Yes, yeah. And then what was the other one? The
X-Men.
Captain America.
oh yeah, the Civil War, Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War. I thought those were good.
That was pretty
good
awesome.
commercials. I can't remember any.
Router
there's
mentioned the what was it? The X-Men one, the
Yeah.
X-Men Apocalypse. Or,
Whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
X-Men, we're all going to die.
I cannot wait to see that movie.
Yeah,
Looks
I mean,
pretty
it was weird. It was just like, I was watching a lot of the commercials and I'm just like, huh? It's like, you're trying too hard. You're trying way too hard.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And why did they release a lot of that stuff before the Super Bowl?
I love, that was,
They've just started doing that.
it
It's
was stupid. I love to be surprised. Like, that's why you watch the Super Bowls, for the commercials and whether or
I
not
was
they're
hoping
great.
that Kevin Hart one was going to be a little funnier. I don't know. I needed it to be a tad funnier. Like, it was funny where he lent the guy the car, but like I needed it to be slightly funnier. Is that bad to say?
No.
No,
Yeah.
there was a good idea there. They just didn't have enough time to develop it, I think.
Something like that.
Let's talk about the halftime show.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't even see it.
Oh, dude, I was yelling at the television screen.
Was
Yeah.
it bad?
Oh, it was so good.
It
Oh,
was good.
Oh, okay.
I loved it.
Yeah,
personally.
I thought it was great. I thought,
Were the
I mean,
hits on 1 and 3?
I kind of felt bad for Chris Martin, though, because I think he got trumped. But, I mean, they tied it all in together. As artists, they all just kind of collectively came together. And somebody had a joke, said, oh, look, Beyonce and Bruno Mars brought their Uber driver up or something like that. It was really funny. But
That's
it's
funny.
like, because not everybody knows Coldplay. They know, like, some of their hits. But my whole thing was, why is it a tribute to past halftime shows? Maybe just because of it's the 50th and they're...
Oh yeah, it's because it's 50.
Yeah,
It's because it's 50.
It's
Yeah.
50.
But yeah, it took me a second to figure that out. I was like, wait, why is he... Oh, it's the 50th. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So my thing is, so to have Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce is a weird mix
But it worked.
because Coldplay's up there. But I was telling somebody yesterday, because somebody said, "Oh, poor Coldplay," kind of, people feel like that, and I'm like, the only thing is, Coldplay's music is so like forever.
Yeah.
Like they have that thing that kind of Adele has. Like I feel like you could listen to a Coldplay album 30 years from now and not be like, "Ooh, that sounds like 2011."
Right. No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just sounds like
Chris
forever.
Martin's a good writer. Like he's
Oh, my
they're
gosh.
great musicians. They're excellent
But I tell you
musicians.
what, Bruno Mars
Oh, yes.
freaking brought it.
Throwing that MC Hammer throwback.
Oh my
I was
gosh,
dying.
them jokers were dancing their
Oh, it was
tails off.
so great. And like
I was
perfectly.
yelling at the TV. I was like, "Dance, boy, get it, yes, yes." I mean, I thought it was. I've watched it at least 8 times on YouTube
So good.
since then.
Oh, yeah. It was
Paul, you
so
need to go.
awesome.
You should watch it.
I'll have to go see that. Why didn't they just get Hammer?
Please,
Hammer would have loved that.
He would have
Yeah,
loved that.
He would have.
It wasn't that enough. It wasn't that good of a throwback, but
Oh,
I think
it was just like
Bruno
for
did
two-
it better.
for 2 seconds he just started dancing and like, and then you hear the MC Hammer thing in the background. Whoa, 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 whoa!
It
From
was
Let's
great.
Get It Started. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I was freaking out.
Yeah, it was good.
And then Beyonce's song to me was like, all right.
Yeah.
And then when she got on stage and started dancing hard, and then I was like back into it. But up until that point, I was like, nah. I mean, I guess, kind of thing.
It's Beyonce.
Yeah, it's Beyonce.
I
Somebody
think
said-
she already
somebody said
sold
it-
out here in Nashville, didn't she?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
They said that Beyonce fans will agree with everything she does.
Of
And so
course.
I kind of agree with that. It's so to me, it was like a lackluster song, but it's Beyonce, so people were excited. Oh, what else, Hall?
Yeah, that's all I had.
Did you have
Some
gaming?
games. Some games.
Some
Yeah,
games?
not too much though. I mean, we were gone Friday through Sunday.
Oh, nice.
We got up Friday morning and did the trek. We were going to do Thursday night, but Krista had a few work things to tie up, so we went ahead and left Friday morning. But I do, play a little bit of Fallout here and there. The rest mode thing makes it so easy.
To just
I've mentioned
jump
that
in.
before. Like, I'm into the game in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's weird. Like when I was
Thank you very
playing Tomb Raider, I'm like, oh, I gotta wait for this to pop up again, and blah blah blah. And that rest mode on PS4 is just like, boom, done.
Well, I haven't used the rest mode on the Xbox One yet, but I imagine it's about the same.
I didn't use it at all. I didn't even know there was a rest mode for the Xbox One. Is that bad?
Yeah, they have it, but you gotta because the first time I booted up the Xbox One, it asked me if I wanted to do the rest mode thing, and I was like, it's like I don't know, not yet. Let me check stuff out first. And now I guess I just got to go back into settings and figure it out.
Yeah, maybe that's what I did too. Because I was like, well, I don't have it on as much as my PS4, so I'll just not worry about it. Maybe that's why I did that. Interesting.
I have no idea anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Router.
Oh yes, sir.
What about you, Doc? What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, my sweet Piper turned 4 on Monday.
Oh,
wow.
snap.
I can't believe it. We're having a party like 2 weeks from now because
I was about to say, I was like, wait,
we didn't.
invite said forever from now.
Yeah, it is forever from now. And the reason why is because we were in New York last weekend. Super Bowl was this weekend. Next weekend she has like a little trunk show. Like they're like trying to throw a party.
Piper does?
No. Yes,
I was like, dang.
She's got her own small business now. It's
right. I was like,
it's
she pushing product already.
My Little Pony collections. Yes, she's got that. Shopkins and My Little Ponies.
So Shopkins out of a coat.
Bingo!
Yeah, I got them Shopkins.
Yeah, I got them Shopkins. Yeah, exactly.
I'll be over here. Yeah.
Excuse me, man. Would you like to buy some Shopkins?
Look for the tennis shoes on the wire.
So, yeah. So
what are Shopkins, and do I need to learn about them?
They are like everyday grocery store items that are converted to little people. Well, not people, but the little characters. It's
they just
very
have
Japanese.
little eyes. Yeah, it's very Japanese.
Very Japanese.
And Amara loves them.
That sounds cute.
Yeah, it's like a little. They don't do anything. It's just it's like a collector's thing. So we have like about 1 billion of them here. So I'm gonna keep them all. And like 20 years from now,
1 billion.
And 20 years from now, it'll probably be worth something.
I got the. That sounds kind of similar. I got the baby some itty bitties. Have you guys seen those?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what that is.
You get them at the Hallmark store. They have all kinds. I got her
it's probably the same.
We
thing.
got her a Chewy and a Ray.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. I know. Okay.
As you should have.
Yes.
They're pretty awesome.
Good man. Good man.
Move. Good move, Dad.
She just needs a Death Star now.
Yeah, that's perfect. Get her a Death Star. So
Can you play Darth Vader's theme when she comes out? Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So funny.
I could just see
The
Hall
first
in the
poopy.
delivery room holding up his iPhone, like in like Say Anything style. With
the nurse is like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Just let it happen.
Just let it ride."
Let it happen. This is very important.
Chris has got like steam coming out of her ears. Like, what are you doing? Get this out of me. Yeah, so my baby girl turned 4. We didn't really do it.
I can't believe that.
I know, it's insane. So we just had a little family over that night, and then her big party.
What does that even mean?
2 weeks. And
I'm getting old.
yeah, she's crazy. She's crazy, but she's adorable. And so this past weekend has been all about we got back into the swing of things with redesigning the store for Lauren.
Are you guys finished with that yet?
Almost. It's just this weekend was brutal. I mean, we were on Saturday till 2:00 in the morning. Then had to get up Super Bowl Sunday morning at 7 because her brother Keith was bringing her new cabinet for her register. So
nice.
we got rid of those 2 old register fixtures, and so Keith, because he works at a cabinet place, was able to get us a bunch of like cabinets and a countertop. And so he installed all that on Monday morning, and we basically were working on the store, stopped, went over to her mom's house, watched the Super Bowl, came back to the store after the Super Bowl, and worked till about 3:00 in the morning.
Lordy.
And then come home, and we're like, okay, we're gonna relax. And our dog threw up all over our duvet cover
Thaxton.
because he was sick for some reason, and then also pooped in the front room.
Thaxton.
So it was like, fantastic.
Did he also eat a whole wheel of cheese?
He probably should have.
Gracious.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
What's
English,
that
please.
from?
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
That's so funny.
yeah, so it was kind of a rough weekend. We were all just ridiculously tired. So when Monday came around for Piper's birthday, we were gonna like go. She wanted to go get her nails colored, and she, a proud daddy moment, wanted to go see Star Wars. She's been
Amara's been talking about that too.
She has been dying to see BB-8, and she wants to see Star Wars. Can I also say that we are already on Return of the Jedi with her?
Oh,
wow.
So she's done 4. She got most of 5.
We can't keep Amara's attention that long with movies at home.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's like she watches some of it and then she goes and plays for a little and comes back, and I'm like, I'm captivated by the whole thing.
Exactly.
And then, so we started Return of the Jedi. I did skip the Rancor scene because I didn't think that would be very good. Because she, some of the Jabba creatures, she was like, no, he's scary.
Yeah.
But
yeah, not a good idea.
yeah. So I just kind of skipped. I'm dying for her to see the Ewoks, though. She'll probably love them.
Yes.
So I'm so proud of her. She's like digging Star Wars, and Lauren's just rolling her eyes in the background.
You're like, yeah, don't be mad.
Yeah, right. So
Did she ask about 1, 2, and 3 yet?
No, I haven't even mentioned 1, 2,
Exactly.
and 3. She loves.
You like Jar Jar.
She does
okay,
love Chewbacca, and
we can keep it that way.
she's recognizing everybody, like Princess Leia, and she loves Princess Leia and Chewbacca and R2D2 the most.
Fun.
So, yeah, it's awesome, man. I love it.
That's awesome.
Other than that, didn't get to play any games except I played some Rocket League and, of course, some Hearthstone. And,
Of course.
And I'm really boring this week, man. It was all store. So we have just the back area. There's just another like a third of the wall to paint, and then and man, it's really looking good though. Everything's nice and clean. I just can't wait for it to be over. She can't wait for it to be over. It'll be over this week, and then we can get back to our normal lives. And
I know that's right.
And it was crazy. I mean, it was weird. Like I kind of wish the Super Bowl wasn't this weekend because we would have probably been able to knock out absolutely everything.
Right.
But it's like we literally were painting. We were all dirty and gross, and we just went over to her mom's because she was just hosting a little Super Bowl party. Went over there, watched some of it, and then just went right back in it. She kept Piper there, thank God, she was awesome the whole time because Mimi, aka Lauren's mom, basically took her for like the past 2 days while we were working because to try and get her to not paint a wall or a fixture or something would be insane.
Not a 4-year-old.
Nope.
Yeah.
So there you have it, man.
That's awesome.
That's me.
Nice. Real quick, because you reminded me with the Star Wars thing, we went to some antique stores this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Because antique stores outside of Nashville are reasonably priced.
Mm.
And
wait, how far outside of Nashville?
Oh, out in East Tennessee.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's the best, man.
Yeah.
There was a place that had some Star Wars cards, like from the original movie.
The tops?
Yeah, the ones that came out with Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
And they spelled R2D2 phonetically. I'd never seen that before.
What? How do you spell like A-R?
Yeah, A-R-T-O-O, and I think it was D-E-E-T-O-O.
T-O-O, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Did you buy that?
Really weird.
Tell me you bought that.
No, it was a little pricey.
Were they crazy expensive?
Yeah, for cards, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
those are awesome.
If you just would have seen them before the movies came out.
Yeah, that was just really weird.
That is really weird.
I've never seen him do that before.
I mean,
usually they put just the letter R2 and slash
right.
R2-D2, yeah.
Yeah.
It's isn't that even on his action figure?
Probably.
Back in the day? You guys wouldn't remember that because you weren't even born, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I used to collect all those cards, and I have no idea where they are now. And I used to collect, remember Garbage Pail Kids?
Yes.
I do remember Garbage Pail Kids.
Those made a comeback.
Awesome. Yeah.
Didn't they?
Some of them, I was looking at some of them because I was at some store and they had like this whole like notebook of old cards. And I was looking at some, like, man, they're kind of gross, but it was cool.
Dude, they are.
That's funny.
Like, looking at
gross.
them now, like, I mean, I had some stuff like when I was a kid, but looking at them now, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
I wouldn't
That's what
give
I
my
did
kid
too.
these. Ugh.
No.
What's the matter with them?
They're
gross.
Yeah, they're just kind of gross. Like there's one kid who has like he's shaving, but like half of his face is peeling off. And you see like the fleshy stuff with it. And
Oh, jeez,
and blood
Louise.
dripping. Yeah, it's dark, dude.
Or
It's
like
totally
people's
dark.
brains coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that's right.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh, wow.
Yep, there it is.
I don't know if that's better or worse for us as a society.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Like I always tell people that we're raising a sissy generation. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't know if that's good or bad. Like the things that
No,
we
it's
keep
bad.
our kids from is all stuff that we live through.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah, that's true.
and I think we're totally fine.
I
We
have
all
a-
saw Nightmare on Elm Street when we were kids.
Right.
And we
That,
turned
like,
out fine.
Yeah, we all saw like, oh, I got to get that wascally wabbit and him like shoot Donald right in the face with a
Exactly.
shotgun
And
and
his
his
bill
bill
spinning
like
three-
fly right.
yeah.
Duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, shoot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so like we all saw that and
So I have.
Router's a great kid.
Yeah, right. I have.
Router's a good guy.
I came out okay.
Yeah.
You could tell by the things that like came to cartoons and action figures. Like, remember the first RoboCop movie?
Brutal.
Yeah, it was really
Brutal.
brutal, but they had like action figures and a cartoon, I'm pretty sure, for that.
Yep, you're right.
Like, they took rated R properties, like even like Terminator.
Yeah.
And like made
Right.
it into kids stuff.
Exactly.
I'll give you
That's
a-
what I'm saying.
I'll give you a classic example that just happened yesterday. So Lauren made cupcakes for her school, for her class, right? We bring it in, and I get stopped on the way back and said, hey, we can't allow homemade cupcakes or desserts because of cross-contamination and allergies. You actually have to go and buy store-bought like cupcakes or cookies or something like that. I said,
Probably gluten free and peanut free or
oh yeah,
something.
whatever free. And so
Everything
I
that's
basically-
good free.
I said, okay, we'll just leave that here. I went to Kroger. I bought store-bought, like Kroger brand cupcakes in plastic containers. And I'm going back there going, okay, so my house is probably in a heck of a lot more of a controlled environment because I'm baking from my kitchen versus Kroger baking from their kitchen, and they probably have peanuts right next to it. There's probably
Right.
gluten over here.
Yeah.
Like the cross-contamination thing didn't make sense because Kroger's a bigger store, which means bigger contamination, versus my house, which is smaller, that has less contamination and everything's put away.
Yes.
What is
Interesting, Jack.
what is the logic in that? I did it. I smiled. I said fine, and I said,
Of course, yeah. Of
and
course
I
you
walked out and said, "Sissy."
did. Yeah, we're so worried. We're so worried about everything.
Well,
I'm not-
real talk, the gluten free thing, like some kids can't even like eat on pans
Oh
that
no,
had
I
gluten.
get that.
It's
but the-
it's
Yeah.
really crazy.
It's
So,
it's the I don't know. It's the reasoning behind it is a closed, smaller, controlled environment like my kitchen is will probably have way less contaminants than an open bakery in Kroger because
In
you know
Kroger.
who's
But
to
go
say
get
that somebody
their-
that makes
baked.
sense for
who's to say that
Kroger,
who's
sure.
to say that somebody is baking peanut butter cookies right next to the person that's baking the cupcakes. There's
Yeah.
cross
Of course.
contamination there.
Yeah, of
But
course.
you're right. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with our foods, and we can get on this whole platform if you want to, because you
I don't want to.
No, but you don't see as many. Back in the day, there weren't a lot of kids allergic to gluten or peanut butter. Like,
They were allergic. We just was like, hey, that's just gas.
Yeah,
Go sit on the
yeah,
toilet for a
That's
minute.
exactly it. We just
exactly.
didn't know.
You just
It didn't
yeah.
know. It's like cigarettes. When cigarettes first hit the scene, they're like, it's fine.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
smoke them.
Tommy, I know your face is puffing up and your eyes are about to bulge out, but just go sit in the corner and ride it out, son. You'll be
Exactly.
fine.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
I don't know how we got on this kick, but,
man.
Mr. Patillo,
It was good stuff. Yeah.
give it to us.
Well, on this day in 1964, the House of Representatives passed the Civil Rights Act
Yes.
of 1964, which allowed me to be on this podcast with you guys.
That was the sole purpose. Sole
That was
purpose
the
right
sole purpose. Yeah, that was it.
there. Yep.
Everybody was fighting,
And America
riding
thanks
buses, marching.
Was
They're like,
was that
man, so
also-
Gabe can be on the Married to the Games podcast.
Was that was it really that late when we could
Yeah.
share the same bathroom when we took a break?
1964.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, it was that late. Well, it was that
Wow.
late to where they could start suing over white
Segregation.
people not letting black people be in the same
Yeah,
bathroom.
it was
or
then
drink from
unlawful
the
at that. I
faucet.
think it became
Yeah,
unlawful
Gotcha.
at that point to segregate like that.
yes.
I mean, it's just crazy to me. and of course, contrary to popular belief, I did not grow up during that era. But I would love to know. I'd love to know what it felt like to just be in an environment like that where you have
probably awful.
It was probably well, of course, but like just more on an emotional, like there's whites only here, blacks only here, and it's like I can't even imagine that.
Well, I think the thing that I always look back and think on, and like and this is gonna sound like just stick with me here.
Yeah, go.
I think people just didn't know any better, and so I think that like and I think that sounds a little like, oh, what are you doing, Gabe? Like,
no,
but like
I got you.
But I think that like anything that I've seen where it's depicted back then always is like just like white people are extremely racist, and you're like, I just think that some people didn't know any better and they just grew up like that, and that just gets passed down from generation to generation, and next thing you know, one group of people don't like another group of people, and it's not necessarily because of any reason more than that's just what they were taught by the people before them.
And also look at a lot of the conditions that black folks had back in the day too, is that they didn't have the same knowledge and upbringing, so they went with what they could, what they knew, so they didn't necessarily know that
option.
They didn't know that there were other options because of the environment they were in. And so you can't fault them for it. They're a product of what they grew up with.
Right. So, and that's what's so crazy is like there was a time where it was illegal for us to know how to read.
That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
You know what I'm saying? That's a long time ago. I'm not saying that was any time recently.
I know,
but I'm just saying, like, when you think of knowledge being power, and then not being able to, wow, is this a video game podcast?
Well, sure.
You wouldn't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but keep going, man.
To the person that's just listening for the first time, we are a video game podcast.
Yes, we are.
But I think it's just very interesting because you're like, dang it, how you get a leg up without being able to read or write, and that being illegal.
Well,
should the title of this podcast be "Stuff You Should Know"?
It really should.
Something like that.
Should. Black History Month edition or something. Exactly, I don't know. Whatever.
Exactly,
but Gabe, I wanted to get your thoughts really quick. I know we don't get into a lot of the politics and everything, but I wanted, because it is Black History Month, we're celebrating. But there's always something else that's happening. Like, I know you're a big movie guy, so this whole Academy Awards thing that's going on,
the Oscars thing.
I don't understand it, because I don't understand it on all angles. You're either a good actor or you're not. It doesn't matter what color skin you are. If it's a good, it's either a good film or it's not. Who determines that?
I think what people are getting upset about is that, like, it's feeling like the black people were dodged on purpose is what people are feeling like. So Concussion, Will Smith isn't, accounted for. And then Creed, there's a black guy in the lead, and then a black guy wrote and directed it, but the co-star got the Oscar nod, where, Sylvester Stallone got the nod. And then, a movie like Straight Outta Compton, they're like, oh man, this is, it was this huge movie, and then it doesn't get nominated except for the two white screenwriters.
Right.
And so, does Gabe think that's on purpose? I don't personally think it's on purpose.
Right.
But I can see where people, we always talk about people are always ready to get upset about something.
Yes.
And so I think it could be a little bit of that mixed with maybe there's a little truth in there. I have no idea. But somebody said this to me, and there's a white person said this to me the other day, that Hollywood's very white.
Yes.
And so it's not necessarily that the Oscars have snubbed all the black people. It's just that, like, the pool that they have to choose from is so white.
Right.
That, of course it can come across like that. But to me, like, as the Oscars, they chose to have a black guy host it. And so if they didn't like black people, why would they ask Chris Rock to be up there for all night?
And he's still going to do it, and I'm sure he's going to give him some zingers too.
And he's going to talk about it. It's like he's the worst person to have if you don't like black people to come up and represent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to throw down. And it's going to be great. Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at this. I'm like, and now of course the Academy is backtracking, and they've like within 2 weeks they've probably done more like reform for the voting process. But it's like, they did it that quickly. Like they were that like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
this shouldn't have happened in like 2 weeks time. Like over time, this should have been happening. The mix of movie actors and producers and directors should have been more. It should have been more of a mix way before this. But then in 2 weeks time, because of this backlash, all of a sudden they're changing everything.
Well, and I don't know that the Academy is all white people. And so
a lot of it is. I think it was like 80-20 or I forget the percentage. I'm not going to speculate.
But my point is that like, you know, the public, when the stuff came out, aren't the first people to realize that it was all white.
Right.
It's just that people get upset and they say something and then they talk about boycotting and that happens and you got to do something.
Yeah. And look, you know what I mean? It's also Hollywood, for crying out loud. Like this is not is not earth shattering. This is for our entertainment. So I get that.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think regardless, my whole take on it is I don't care what color you are. If you're a great actor and it's a great movie, you should be rewarded for that, or at least acknowledged for that. It doesn't matter what race you are, for crying out loud.
Exactly.
It's stupid.
So I'm not like super upset about it, but like I can understand how people get upset, and race is such a sensitive thing. I mean, even in us talking about it, somebody's going to be frustrated with something one of us said.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know,
but 1964, baby. I love it.
Hey, 1964 though, baby. That's why I got to be on this podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
MTTG passed the House.
That's right.
It still had to go to.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, anyway, so I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Is all I was
How was your
at.
week, brother?
It was good. You know, we've been snowed in the last couple of days.
It's beautiful out right now.
It's beautiful out. Amara had to skip school yesterday because it was all out.
Yep.
And
pretty much everything was closed yesterday, right?
Yeah, Piper's school's opening at 9 today, so they're
Oh, really?
Everyone's open.
Were they closed yesterday?
No, they were open.
What's weird is that the roads are
fine.
Are
clear.
Well, no, not down here or not up here.
Oh, really? They're clear up here like a mug.
Yeah, they're some of the side roads are a little.
Yeah, maybe
weird,
the main roads are clear. Basically, I'm looking outside and I can see my road and it's not clear.
Yeah, of course not.
But I don't think they ever plow my road anyway.
Nope.
So.
They don't plow here. They just salt and let it all dissolve.
Right, exactly.
They weren't ready for the 1-2 punch.
Seriously, if I put a plow on the front of my car, I'd be a rich man right now.
Yeah, you would. You could do 75 cents a road and be rich.
Exactly.
I watched the episode of The Simpsons with Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow and King Plow. And, oh my gosh. Yep.
In celebration.
It's a great episode.
The funny thing is I watched it this weekend and I was like, we ain't going to get any snow.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little.
Next thing you know. Yeah.
House is done. You're all done and moved in and, it's looking beautiful.
Yeah, that's, it's moving, it's moving along. It's here.
It is here.
It's here like Remy.
Just like Remy. You go back out on the road this weekend, right?
I go back out on the road next.
I was going to say, this weekend's Valentine's
Tuesday?
Day. Oh, wow.
I think next Tuesday, something like that.
What's the stretch this time? Like how long?
It's not too bad. I think it's 1 week, and then it's a long one.
Ooh.
So we go out for a week and then come back for a day.
Ooh.
And then head out for 29 days.
Oofa.
And I think that, let's see. Yeah, I think I come home for 3 days in that 29 days. So that would be a little rough.
Dang,
I'll pray
crazy.
for a brother. Because it's gonna be hard on Jenny having the kids by herself that much, and
looks like she's got to come over for Taco Tuesday.
Exactly. Not that she can't handle it.
No, of course she can.
It's just a lot.
Yep.
So
I'm sure it helps Amara's in school though.
Yeah, but that's school and ballet take up some time, but
Oh yeah. I hear you.
Been playing some XCOM 2, baby. Read it and weep, Paul. Read it and weep.
And?
It feels like XCOM to me.
All right.
There you
go. So I'm liking it. I'm only at the very beginning, only because I was trying to do a Let's Play for the channel. And that thing was, eaten up my computer.
I was going to say.
And so trying to do that and green screen and audio and the game, my computer was like, eat up.
It always goes back to Jetsons.
It really
It
does.
always does. Come on now. And so, are we still in the weekend update?
Yep.
And so,
Jane, get me off this crazy thing.
and so XCOM 2, man, that junk is fun.
Awesome.
And it looks good and it plays like you remember. And so, you know, that's
great.
always the winning stuff when it plays like you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got our minute in of game discussion. Let's talk about something else.
Exactly.
How about them taxes?
Hey!
No,
and that's
I'm
about
just
it.
kidding. Like the so did they change any of the base building stuff? I heard that
Well,
it's different now. Like you don't have to excavate or something. Is that true?
Yeah, you still got to excavate.
Okay.
Yeah,
so okay.
but I'm not that far into, like, I've excavated one area, but I'm still like half in the tutorial,
nice, okay.
arena to where they're still telling me what to do.
Gotcha.
But it's fun, and I can't wait for it to hit consoles for Hall, and it'll
can't
be.
wait.
Okay, I
it'll
heard
be-
a rumor
it'll be good.
that they haven't said anything about console release yet.
I don't think they have.
Yeah, and it kind of worries me actually a little.
Yeah, that's what my buddy said too. He's like, I don't know if this is coming out for consoles for a while. So
I don't know when, but it'll come out for
I
consoles.
just
It's got
want
to,
to play
right?
games on my Mac.
I know, I don't either.
I know. Well, it's Steam, so Steam doesn't. It doesn't. You can't play it on. You can play it on
Steam's
Mac.
on Mac. Yeah, you can play it on Mac. It just I don't
You
want to
just
play.
don't want to.
I want to play
You can
games
play-
on a couch and
You can-
enjoy them.
You can sit on your couch. That's why it's called a laptop.
Yes,
Well,
For
I
it to
don't
be
have
on
a
top of
laptop.
that's
your
right.
lap.
He doesn't have one. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I need the power. I got a desktop.
You got the touch. Beep, beep. Sorry. You got the Can we go? Can we get back to video games now?
Exactly. All right, so let's wrap this thing up. Router, you got
I
it.
got it.
Well, let's freaking do it.
I love it. Finally.
Lord have mercy,
Seriously.
40 minutes into
40
the podcast.
minutes in. So, all right, we'll speed run this one. No MTTG oops this week, so we were right on all counts, and we're one.
That's what we're saying, at least. That's what we're
right.
sticking to.
We're 1-0, unless somebody
is-
comes up with something.
Is the oops next week going to be? Oh, you guys didn't mention this, this, and this.
Probably exactly.
It's gonna be a racist rant.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
hope
boy.
not.
Black people should never been allowed to podcast in the first place.
Oh, God.
Unsubscribe. Anyway, new releases this week, ladies and gentlemen. Firewatch is out for
Yeah.
PC, PS4.
Yeah, it looks
I want to.
cool.
I want to play it. Want to play it. Want to play it.
That looks super cool.
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, PS4, Xbox One. Assassin's
I
Creed
don't see
Chronicles.
either of y'all playing that.
No. Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, PS4, PC, Xbox One. Unravel, which our boy Ed Placencia just finished for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Arslan, The Warriors of Legend, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, PC. Dying Light, The Following Enhanced Edition, Xbox One, PS4, PC. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, New and Tasty for the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got some charts. I figured it was 2 weeks. They're 2 weeks back, so that's fine. Week of January 23. Let's do this. This is brick
Let's
and
do
mortar. Brick and mortar US only. Number 10, Fallout 4, PS4. Number 9, Resident Evil Oranges collection for the Xbox One.
What?
Resident Evil Origins.
Oh, Resident Evil.
Resident
Evil.
Evil
Sorry.
Mandarin's collection.
Resident Evil.
I think right when I heard oranges, I'm thinking Batman,
Batman.
automatically.
I know,
I'm like,
right?
why in the world?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Resident Evil Origins collection for the Xbox One. Number 8, Star Wars Battlefront for the Xbox One. Number 7, Star Wars Battlefront for the PS4. Number 6, Life is Strange for the Xbox One.
Oh, it must be the Let's Play Ed did. I'm just
Probably.
kidding.
Number 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PS4. Number 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox One. Number 3, Resident Evil Origins collection for the PS4.
Huh.
Number 2, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam for the 3DS.
Really?
Out of nowhere, 3DS always comes through. Number 1, Life is Strange for the PS4.
When was this?
This was the
Couple weeks ago.
Week of January 23rd.
Weird.
Isn't it weird? Life is Strange,
Huh.
64,000. No, granted, it was only 64,000 units sold. Was the number
Just
one
'cause
game
nothing was
for
coming
Life is
out yet.
Strange. Yeah, so nothing's out yet, but just you wait.
Yeah,
And it was
exactly.
January too. Everybody was broke.
Yep.
Right.
Back
Yeah,
to
exactly.
you guys, gentlemen. Give us some news.
Halsifer.
Uh,
Halskis.
Halski.
nice.
Sorry, I'm just so used to saying Halsifer.
I know, right?
Halskis.
When you say Halsky, I think of husky, like the
That's
dog.
right.
I think of I forget what I think of.
I still think of a Russian hockey player.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Halski, go ahead.
Amazon released a free game engine.
Yeah, they did.
It's called Lumberyard, and it can be used. It can be used to develop for PC and consoles. They don't mention which consoles, but I imagine it's at least the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
They also released a multiplayer game service called GameLift. I don't know if this is going to be a multi-platform thing or if it just supports.
It's
their
for your
game
sagging
engine.
games.
What's that?
I'm just kidding. That says for your sagging
For
games.
sagging.
Game lift.
Boom. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll be here all week.
Yes, you will.
I remember when these kids had GameLift, they didn't sag. Oh gosh, that was terrible.
Well, you're about to be a dad. You got to get ready with
Yeah,
the
you
bad
gotta get
jokes.
ready for that.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready.
He's just getting warmed up is all.
So the difference between this game engine and other engines is that engines like Unity and Unreal require licensing fees,
Yep.
which
This one
I
does
didn't know
not.
that Unity did
Yes.
till just now. So
Yeah, it did.
and the Amazon, they plan to support this through GameLift. So GameLift requires like an expense for how many people use the service per day.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So I'm
interesting.
guessing it's for like online play and leaderboards, basically, is where they're going to make their money back.
That's great.
The most
Smart.
interesting feature of this engine is chat play for Twitch,
Yes.
which means
Built
that games
in.
games can be made to use that chat feature in Twitch so that people can control the game, like Twitch plays Pokemon.
When they did Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I got this. Stancil sent me this. Sent me a
Oh,
news article
insider
on
info.
it. Yeah. No, he's just sent me a link to this story with a winky face. I was like, I see you.
Nice.
Here's that thing I almost told you when you came over.
Right.
I had to keep holding back.
Remember
Now-
that thing I couldn't tell you about?
Now the
Here it
embargo's
is.
been lifted. I'm good. Here you go.
Exactly.
Winky
Now I can
face.
But it
explain
looks-
that NDA that was put in a frame on the wall.
Right, exactly. But yeah, this thing looks awesome, and it's they said it's powerful enough to make AAA games, Xbox One and PS4 right now, and it's free. And so I'm guessing as long as you make a not online game, you can just make whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. This has got to be how they're trying to get market share by taking out the licensing.
It's crazy, man. What an idea.
Amazon can do it.
Sure can.
Do they ever post a profit? They post a lot of revenue, but I don't think they ever
They've
post
got
a
to, right?
profit. I don't think so.
Amazon?
Yeah. They post revenue.
Huh.
Like they can get the money, but they just can't make the money outweigh the cost.
But they do a lot of research too, though. Like R&D expenses are probably out there too. Well, I don't know. That may not be right.
Oh, what I'm saying is that basically it is great that we have a company that kind of just takes a hit on everything.
Because they can. Yeah.
I have to know this now. Amazon
I know, right?
make a profit. Amazon, the first story, Amazon never makes money, but no one cares. Okay.
Done. Done and done.
That's hilarious. Yeah, this is crazy, man, and I can't wait to see like just what people do. You know,
Yeah,
when
it's gonna
stuff
open
is
it up,
opened
man.
up to the public, oh my gosh, stuff just always comes out so amazing. When you take that's what we always talked about with homeboy that was with Konami for a long time. His name is escaping me because it's 6:30 in the morning.
Kojima?
That did Silent Hills. Yeah, Kojima. That's what we always talk about with him. Like, one of the things that made him amazing was that he didn't seem to work with barriers. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He
Yep.
was just kind of one of those brain unlocked guys. And so Woo, go get it, y'all.
Yeah, seriously.
Everybody that could. I can't work anything like this, but for those that
But I'll
can,
play it.
I can't wait. Yeah. Our boy Arctic Warlocks Matt over on Twitter posted this story before I saw it, and so I want to give him credit about the Division having its open beta coming up here next week on Xbox One, February 18th, on PS4 and PC, February 19th, and then the beta ends on the 21st. So everybody can go try the Division and see if they want to.
I like this. I like this idea.
I love
because
open betas.
This is very similar to Destiny. So they're tweaking the servers, testing things out, making adjustments. This is what you do.
Yep.
I like
They did the
that
closed
a lot.
one already. Now they're
Yep.
doing the open one.
So they're
We
working
can
on all
all
the
get
bugs.
in on it.
This is exactly how you should do it. Even though the game's
And
been
this
announced
might
for
mean
like
the
6
Division
years.
is coming out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but I like the approach now. They're doing it right.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, the feedback everybody was posting on Twitter was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty
Over
positive.
the closed
Looks
beta.
good. It looks good.
Yeah, looks really good. Let's see. Final Fantasy IX is now out on mobile devices, iOS and Android, for $17,
Oof.
which is expensive. If they release these things, I'm telling you, and maybe I could be wrong. If they release the Final Fantasy game for $5 each, I think they make a killing. There's got to be at
yeah,
least
probably.
3. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of 5 people that would buy it, like one person buys them at $17.
Yeah, but I think
One
they-
out of 5.
I think they throw it out there high because they know they're going to hook like the first X amount of people, like no matter what the price is.
I know, but why not get it down to that price where somebody's like, oh yeah, of course, I'll get it.
Oh, they'll
You know what I'm saying? And
they'll
get
get
all
it there.
5 people.
It'll be their holiday sale,
No, but they never bring them down
St.
that much,
Patrick's Day
really.
sale. No, I've seen it before. They have done sales in the past where they bring them down to like I think maybe $6.
Well, we know Square just did a sale not too long ago where like Final Fantasy VII, those things were $5, but it seems like all year they're $17, and then one time they'll bring them down.
That's exactly it. Because I keep an eye on those two, and then it always gets to the point where I'm like, I mean, it was 17, now it's like 9. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, it's a better experience on the PlayStation. Like I don't know.
Yeah, you just can't take it with you. So I liked 9. I didn't beat 9 though. I didn't beat 8, 9. I beat 10 and 7, but I didn't beat 9. And then I obviously beat 13 and some of the later ones. But yeah, I don't think I'll be getting it for $17 though.
Oh no,
That's not happening.
no. I got it on my PlayStation 3 for $5, I think, and I still have yet to play it. So we'll see.
Exactly. Give us something else, Hall, before Router falls asleep. Nice.
Game Trailers is shutting down.
Yeah,
What
man,
the
I saw
heck?
that. That's
Dang
crazy.
it.
Yeah, 13 years. So like when you think back to it, like what was it, 2002, I think, when the site was started, like internet video was so vastly different than it is today.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
that's-
buddy.
Like until YouTube, you could only go to like these specific websites to see video, and then
And you have to use
a lot
Real
of times
Player.
you had to download it and then watch it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was
E-Bombs
like
World.
the resolution was like 320 by 240 with all kinds of artifacts and everything. So,
It's
but
true.
the company had mentioned that Let's Play videos and other
Yeah.
video games journalism. I imagine that they're talking about like people being able to make their own journalism now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like I think that's kind of what has lessened the need for
Well-
a website like Game Trailers.
Well, that also raises a question. Well, is IGN next? Or like these? I don't think. I think IGN is a lot bigger than a games
Too
trailer.
big to fail. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But it raises a good point because this was. I used to go to game trailers all the time, and I went.
Yeah, I did too.
I went there to see all the press releases for E3. So
That's right,
They always
yeah.
had amazing coverage. So I don't know who's going to take the reins of that this year because I always that's the place that I watched all the E3 stuff. But now with YouTube and with all these people like PewDiePie doing their own things and everybody has like we have our own Let's Plays now, like there's no need for it anymore. There's no need to go to a specific site. You can just search YouTube now and watch.
It just seems like though. It seems the only thing that kills me is that like I know that how often I would get used to a certain place and just go there for their news.
Right.
Like, so I liked going to game trailers.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, and like they freaked out over the Final Fantasy VII and Shenmue thing, and so I really related with them. But like, it just I hate that. It seems like maybe because they're paying people is why these things have to close down.
Overhead. Yeah, they have way more.
Well, they got acquired in 2014. I can't remember the name of the company off the top of my head, but they got acquired and then they did a lot of layoffs. I think in 2014 and 2015, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see this being a huge revenue generator for them. It's just one of those things where it's video and you can do that on YouTube, Twitch, you can do that everywhere. They had a few exclusive trailers, but once it's out, and then once you put it on YouTube, then it's even out even more. So it's just you're not going to keep things exclusive and hidden for you for very long.
Well, all the content now is like mixed in with the independent stuff. So like if you go to YouTube, you'll see it from everyone.
Right.
Like you'll get all the big names and then you'll get all the independent sources too.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's kind of like when G4 like finally shut down. Like they were just like, oh, well, you already get this stuff somewhere else better and on demand. So
we're just making it look flashy for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. It's very true. Sad, but true.
Yeah. I'll miss that. Game Trailers had that show. What was it? Pop Fiction.
Yep.
I'll kind of miss that. They threw it all up on YouTube, I think. So that I guess that just kind of goes to show, like, they knew where traffic was coming from.
Yep.
I hate it. A modder named. I lost his name. I don't know what his name is, but Rapidment.
Rap.
I don't know. RAPIDIMENT. How would you guys say that?
I don't know.
Exactly. Made a mod for The Last of Us inside of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, wow.
He made like a map of Joel in like this overgrown town.
That's
awesome. So he made the map in GTA 5?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a huge map, really cool, 60 plus crash cars and other vehicles. And it just looks so cool.
That's awesome.
In Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know what you do with it, but it looks really cool. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if other modders take it from here, but they say it is a resource hog because of all the foliage and everything.
Oh, I'm sure.
So you need 8 gigabytes of RAM just to run this thing.
Just to run the grass.
Yeah, just to run this mod. So, but you can get it over at 5 Mods and download it, and it looks really cool. The character doesn't really look like Joel, but use your imagination is fine. It's called After Us Rodeo or Rodeo. You never know.
Nice.
But go check it out. It's really, really nice looking. Also, Assassin's Creed, the trilogy of the Chronicles trilogy has arrived on Xbox One for $25, which I might get. Ed rage quit this one on YouTube. But I might try it. I waited because they were $20 each, I think. And so now all 3 of them are $25.99.
I think they were 10 each.
Were they 10 each?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? So anyway, I'm excited about this.
Look at you.
It'll be
hitting up
awesome.
Assassin's Creed now.
I know. It's the side-scrolling thing that gets me. The platformer aspect.
Yeah, you're a platformer, definitely.
Looks fun as a mug. So I might check this one out. But go get that. He said the first one's really fun. The second one, which I think was
China.
Yeah, and then Russia's the last one.
Wait, China was
China
first.
The first one?
Yeah,
India's the second one.
Yeah, India's the second one, I think.
India's the second one.
You keep saying China, it reminds me of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, exactly. And so he said the second one doesn't have as good of controls. So that kind of sucks, but judge it for yourself and go get it if you weren't there.
Get it.
What else you got, Hal?
Well, let's do one more thing. Peripheral maker and publisher of Rock Band 4, Mad Catz, is going through a restructuring right now.
I bet.
At first, when I read the story, I thought it was related to Rock Band 4 sales, but they said the Rock Band 4 sales were actually pretty strong, but it was lower than they originally had forecasted. The restructuring is going to be layoffs of 37% of their workforce.
Dang it.
And the changes include resignation of the CEO and chairman.
Yikes.
Oh, jeez.
That can't be good.
Yeah, they're looking to save about $5 million per year, which is about what they lost making Rock Band, or at least part of what they lost making Rock Band. They posted for the first 9 months of 2014. They posted like I think it was like a $4.3 million loss. So that's kind of what they're trying to make up for, I think. So
yeah, but they made up for it over the holidays though, because didn't Rock Band do really well?
No, they said it sold well, but they said their margins were a lot lower.
Yeah,
because
well, there you go.
They had to cut the price real fast.
They had to discount it.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't the whole bundle like $250?
Yeah, something like that. This is what's so amazing to me with the gaming industry is it is a very profitable industry, but only to like a chosen few, in my opinion. Like it's like the wealth doesn't spread out as it probably should to all of the developers and to everybody. It seems like it's all compacted into just a few major distributors and major game developer companies. And then you have something like Game Trailers that goes out too. You'd think that because gaming is so popular that like everything is on the up and there's no layoffs. But it seems to me that it's the exact opposite. Like as its popularity goes, because these games are more and more expensive to make, that like budgets get cut and or like you just said, I think the big thing for me has always been profit margins. That's why I think Sony's still crushing it, because they're keeping their price points up so that they're making a higher profit margin versus Microsoft, which is deep discounting their Xboxes and not making as much money out of it. And that's all. To me, it's just weird that an industry like this is so prolific, yet we still have these situations happening all the time.
I know.
Is it that it's just weeding out the herd, or is it a mismanagement of money, or is it just because that it's expensive to do this kind of stuff? I don't know.
Maybe it's a little mismanagement, because if you look at like electronics, like there's more tech out there than there has ever been. So you would think there should be another tech store other than Best Buy.
Right.
I mean, we have Radio Shack, but they don't.
We do?
They don't really compete.
Who has Radio Shack?
Yeah, exactly.
The one store
they closed them all down here.
Yeah. The one store in Iowa is killing it right now.
But yeah, I mean, you would think in an industry where there is so much tech, so much stuff, but here we go. Have more than a few stores.
There's the trend, though. It's all online now. Like that's got to be where the trend. As much as it pains me to say that, everything is going online. I mean, GameStop or GameSpot is wait, which one is it? GameStop or GameSpot?
GameStop.
Thank you, GameStop. Like they're having some issues. I think they're hanging in there, and they're trying to revamp their model.
They turned on their fan base, though. That's what.
Yeah,
with that.
And that's one thing you don't do.
But, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what prompted me to say all that, but it just seems so weird that in an industry where we love it.
That's so much money is getting
so much money getting thrown everywhere that stuff like this is still happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's got to be two things: profit margins and weeding out the herd. Like who's managing everything right and who's not, and that's fine because then that makes it more professional for us and it makes it more enjoyable because we're going to have great games coming out of it. But I mean, if you're an up and coming gamer, man, I think you have massive hills to climb.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure. All right. Real quick before we get into the questions, Rocket League is finally coming to Xbox One next week.
Woohoo!
So all those Xboxers that hear us talking about that and they're like, oh man, I wish I could play that.
Well, you will.
Now you can. Next week, brethren. So come join us because we're having fun over there. And I don't know if Rocket League, Rocket League, you can play PS4 and Steam. I don't know if you'll be able to play Xbox One and Steam or not, but that would be awesome if you could. Some cross-platform situations going on. Anyway, last week we asked you guys a question, and I'm not really going to go over it because it was all about the Super Bowl. But I will say this, looking at the forum, pretty much the blanket statement was everybody, unless they were from Carolina, they were like, oh man, I don't think that we'll win. I mean, everybody thought Carolina would win, but everybody wanted Denver to win.
Right.
If that makes any sense. Yep. So what everybody wanted, they got.
There you go.
I love it. You know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come check out the website, marriedtothegames.com. Check out the forum. We are still talking over there and having a good time. You can come check out the YouTube. What we got going on YouTube? Actually, there's a bunch of new stuff on the YouTube now, like Router said earlier.
Yeah.
Unraveled.
Beautiful.
Is that what it's called? Unravel?
Yeah, Unravel. Beautiful looking game. Holy cow.
Yeah. And Ed loved it.
Yeah.
He said he really liked it. So that went up. That whole game is up. He ended up beating the whole thing already. So Unravel is up. Volume is up. Chris McCracken put up some volume. And I got some XCOM up there. So more XCOM to come.
When did you post XCOM?
Just recently.
Oh, good.
Last night.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't check it. I wanted to check it out.
Yes, sir. So come look at that. And that is different. You know, whenever you go from a console to a computer, you know, the keyboard and everything was different for me to get used to, but it's very intuitive. You could tell that, like, it's made for the mouse.
Nice.
Hall?
Rate us on iTunes so they can bring XCOM to consoles.
There you go. That's right.
Let's get into some questions.
All right, let's get to it because we need a motor. Since our weekend update with MTTG/social economic, we turned into CNN
so
for 30 minutes. So are you saying
we answered a lot of people's questions now?
Yeah, we're done.
MSNBC. Yeah. Fair and balanced over here, Married to the Games.
MTTG. Joseph Grimm on Facebook. Hey guys, I was saddened by Hall's announcement, but totally respect his decision. I can't think of any better two guys than Chris and Ed to step up. My question is, can you please give a shout out to the Gaming Outsider podcast? They are a great group of guys and a great podcast. I got to be a guest on episode 69 on Mechanical. Thanks, guys. Hall will be missed.
Mm-hmm.
The Gaming Outsider podcast. Go check it out. I have yet to listen to it too, but Joseph posts quite a bit, and he's reliable. We trust him.
Exactly.
Mike Fowler. Hello, guys. Long time no question. But
Mike Fowler.
I know, right? But I got
Where have you been at?
Seriously.
Fowler.
MTTG throwback.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
Rise from your grave.
Rise from your grave.
Rise from your grave.
All right, here it is. What, quote, bad game do you feel is significant to gaming history?
E.T.
It's got to be E.T., right?
Yeah, it's probably E.T. It's not as bad as, like, its reputation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even people who don't really play games much know that E.T. was a failure.
And I'm going to say more recently. Oh, no, continue the E.T. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and I think that people forget to put in there the fact that it was made in 5 weeks.
Yes, yep. I know.
You know what I mean?
Watch the documentary.
Please, that's a good documentary.
It is.
And I was just going to say, on a more modern level, I think in 2015, Batman Arkham Knight PC, that's going to change.
That was a big deal.
I think that's going to change PC gaming and just how it's the approach to it. Like
Gonna change porting, that's for sure.
You got to lock that stuff down, man. I mean, that's a big mistake.
Yeah.
For a game like that, that is a huge mistake. So that was
big
my
swing and a
bad
miss.
game of in more modern times. But yeah, I thought of ET instantly as well. Great question, Mike. Good to hear you. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. Welcome back.
Moving on to Twitter, Sean Capri at Sean Capri. Halsifer, I'm in denial about you leaving the show and will undergo therapy to cope. You're going to be a great dad.
Yes, right.
Thank you
That's
so
awesome.
much, guys.
Awesome.
At Jamin Bissett, what is your biggest Valentine's Day mistake?
Oof.
Man, that's a good one.
I've got to have one. I just can't think of what it is right now. Because I'm pretty good at buying a gift that I think is a good idea.
Right.
And it not being a good idea.
Blender, thank you.
Again. Oh, I know.
A broom. A broom.
Exactly. No.
What are you trying to say?
My bad. Yeah. I'm trying to say there's a little dirt over in the corner. I was
Right.
reaching with this new broom.
I'll take care of it. Thanks.
I don't know if this was Valentine's Day, but it does have something to do with like
Love.
getting to get like, well, so Dirty Dancing is one of my wife's favorite movies,
Nice.
and I've never seen it.
Ugh.
And we've got 3 copies of Dirty Dancing because of me buying presents as Dirty Dancing. And one of those had to have been Valentine's Day.
That's awesome.
And so every time I get it for her, she goes, "Babe, we have this already." And I'm like, "We do?" Because we've still never watched it.
Either that or you just throw it out.
And so every time that they bring out like a collector's edition, I'm like, "Oh, I gotta buy it." I gotta buy that.
so funny.
That's definitely one of.
It's
One
so
of my
funny. Like
faux pas.
recently, Lauren and I have just been like, "Oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day, great." Like this weekend, we have no plans because I think we've got a friend coming in town anyway, and we're just
Right.
like, it's overrated. It's like, hey, we don't need to announce our love on one day. We do it at all the other 364 days. We're good to go.
Yes, it's funny. Me and Jenny don't ever go out on Valentine's Day. We always go out
There's no point, man. It's like
the day before, or the day after,
It's-
just because of the rush.
That's what we're
it's-
doing this year.
Yeah, it's overcrowded. Everything's overpriced. It's like, no, I'd rather just be home and chill.
Yeah,
You know, it's ridiculous.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill. That's right. Baby number 3 coming. No, yeah, I don't know if I have any Valentine's Day mistakes because we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Right.
Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
either.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Well, I'm the only one.
Yep, you're the only one.
Thank you.
Well, and that's not really a mistake, really.
I'll be kind.
I mean, in case
the same present over and over.
their first DVD wears out. You know.
Yeah,
You always
right.
got 2 backups.
You know, I
baby.
got 2 backups. It's awesome.
Fight in the future.
You can use them as coasters if you need to. At SBFVGS podcast, Gabe, when are you going to be on the Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover podcast again? Asking for
man.
for a friend.
Asking for a friend. I will go back on that podcast anytime. I had so much fun being on that podcast.
Oh,
so
good.
anytime you guys want. Oh, I'm coming out to LA. Adam, hit me up. We do it live, baby.
Ooh, there you go. There you go.
That's what needs to happen.
Love that.
One of them's in LA. One of them's in New York.
Oh, perfect.
And so it's a little spread out.
cross
And then I
country.
think they have a third person on there. I just don't remember where. I think his name's Mike. He wasn't on there the week I was on there. So,
That's awesome.
but heck
Look at
yeah,
this, man.
I'd
We got all
definitely be
kinds
on
of
that
podcast
again.
community love going on.
Oh yeah, cross pollinate, baby.
That's
Let's
right.
do what PlayStation and them can't do.
That's right.
Did you say cross contamination?
No,
I said
cross-pollination.
cross-pollination.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm gluten free.
Gluten-free.
Keep these podcasts gluten free. Come on, guys.
Gluten-free podcast only.
Exactly.
At One Track Gamers, hey guys, I'm going to cheat and give you our question from our podcast. What is your favorite video game soundtrack?
Ooh, I gotta go with. Oh man, it's hard to decide because I have a folder of video game music on my computer that, like, from way back in the day. And it's got just a mix of a bunch of different ones, so I don't really know what my favorite one is.
I think we answered
guys
a
talk about it. I'm gonna
question
go look.
similar to this, and
A
I
long time
said
ago.
Street Fighter 2.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Guile's theme goes with everything.
Well, and I liked, as far as soundtrack and score, I liked the Last of Us soundtrack because it was just so innovative and
I think it was
sounded
pretty
so
incredible.
good. But I'll always go with a good old Tetris theme song every once in a while.
I got to go with Jet Set Radio
Nice.
or
Yeah.
Jet Grind Radio, however people know it. Only because there was so much good music that came out of that thing.
Very cool.
So go check out Jet Set Radio's soundtrack if you've never heard it. It's good stuff.
At the Tony Irons, I won the Powerball. How much will it cost to keep Halsky on the show?
$100 billion.
Dollars.
I know that's right. If you come off $100 million, Jack, you better stay on the podcast.
No, that's awesome. At Taiping 1993, what mobile game would you like to see in the future? Where is Gwent? P.S. All the best for Hall in the future. Dude,
Thanks,
I would
buddy.
play
See, Gwent is good stuff.
I would play Gwent on mobile any day.
There you go.
That's a great idea. I mean,
I think I would get into it if it was a mobile game. Like
yeah.
on the console, I'd just. I don't know why.
We
I can't
talked
be
about this
bothered
last
with it.
time, Hall, and I'm with you. Like the game in game, like I'm too impatient. Like I want to stay with what I'm working with, and so Gwent was just kind of a distraction for me. So I didn't. I played a little bit of it, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." But then I just didn't bother anymore because I was so into the Witcher 3 story, and like the game within the game, it makes me impatient. So if this was outside of that, I would play this like I play Hearthstone now. You know, it's one of those. It's one of those kind of games. It'd be so much fun.
There you go.
But what? Anybody else? Any other game you'd like to see in the future?
Mobile game. Yeah, I want a Mario.
Yeah, hey, we're talking to you, Nintendo.
Yes. Donnie actually
Oh yeah, did he say anything?
called in and said something, and it's pretty good explanation. I should have had it pulled up and ready to play this week, but 6:30 in the morning, and I forgot. So maybe next week, Donnie, or you can go listen to him on his podcast called Play Some Video Games.
Ooh,
More shout outs. We're doing a lot of shout outs this week.
It is podcast shout out week. I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
is.
I love it. Dude, that's all we have. We can stretch this out. We got 10 minutes. What do you want to talk
Okay,
about?
That's really all we had.
Yeah, that's all we had. A lot of it was just like wishing you the best, and nobody really had questions. More of just wishes for you, which is really nice.
Yeah,
That's
loving them
awesome,
some
man.
Halsky.
It's some Halsky. Maybe I should post the question thing earlier because I've been doing it later because we had better responses in, but maybe I should do it earlier.
I don't know. I stepped on it with a YouTube post on accident.
Yeah,
last
way to
night,
go,
too.
Gabe.
Sorry.
You just
Sorry about that.
Ruin our question vibe. Well, and
know,
I also
my
did
fault.
an unravel, and you had an unravel too. So
Oh yeah, they probably got confused.
they probably got confused. It's all good. But we love our community.
Yeah, we do.
Run
Thank
the
you guys
timer
so
out.
much for the questions. Exactly. Thank you guys so much for the question. The question of the week for you guys is favorite controller. I'm not talking about right now, of all time. What is your favorite controller router?
DualShock 4. I'm a young gamer, so but I just it's so comfortable. It really is. It's my go-to. Like the Xbox. We talked about the Xbox One controller last week, and just or was it the week before? I don't remember. But it was just like the DualShock for me, for my hands, is absolutely perfect. Fits like a glove.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Halsky.
I mean, it still has to be the Super Nintendo controller.
Yes, I was hoping you were going to say Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
It was just so innovative, right?
Yeah, like I don't really know how to describe it either. I think my memory of it is the best because I've gone back and tried to play like old Game Boys and like other stuff, and it's the controller is or the feel of it is always like, nah. Like
I haven't held one in a long time. Is it small though?
No, not
Now?
really.
It's not small now.
I mean, it depends. Like the big toaster one, yeah, it's very easy. Even the Game Boy Color isn't too bad, but like the Game Boy Pocket is a little.
No.
little
I mean
hard.
the SNES
The
controller.
SNES
I haven't held
controller,
one in a
it's
while.
been a
Is
while.
it small now?
It's been a while for me. I'd have
okay.
to go hold it again.
I was gonna say it's a tie between the SNES and there's just something about a 6-button joystick.
Yeah,
So
it's probably because
they-
we played a lot of arcade games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when they brought out the peripheral.
Yep.
How do you say it?
Peripheral.
Peripheral.
When they brought out the peripheral for Marvel vs. Capcom, and it was the 6-button that you could have at home, I was all about that.
Yeah, that game is really hard to play with a controller.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's crazy hard. But I think too, the jump from NES to SNES, I mean, number one is Nintendo's heyday, but like you look at like the controller of just 2 buttons going to 4 buttons and then the shoulder buttons,
Yep.
you're like, oh yeah.
Those shoulders
Give it
were
to
so
me.
comfortable.
Oh my gosh. Looking at you, Microsoft. So comfortable.
If we're going to talk about modern controllers, I think I would love to have the Xbox One controller with the sticks from the DualShock 4.
You know, interestingly enough, people are doing it the opposite way.
Huh.
Stansel's trying to get me on the whole take
Yeah,
apart
that's right, I
my
remember
DualShock
that.
4 to have Xbox One. The thumbs don't even bother me. I don't know why though.
No,
I
it's
love
always
the thumbs on the
bumpers.
DualShock 4.
The bumpers is what freaks me out on the Xbox One controller. I don't like them.
Huh.
I don't like R1 and L1 at all, or what RB, LB. I hate them.
For me, some reason the
right button,
the
left
bumpers
button.
are easier on the Xbox One controller. They're even easier than the 360 controller.
No, I like the bumpers,
me.
but what about the triggers in the back? That's what halts. I mean, that's what routers really.
Oh, really?
No. I like the both triggers on both controllers are fine. It's the actual the
Oh, you don't like the higher ones, the shoulder buttons.
yeah. I don't like the shoulders on the Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
The
Because you feel like you have to reach up to
I
it.
have to reach up to too much. With DualShock, I don't have that problem. It's
True.
weird. It's really weird.
Are you guys 2-finger guys in the sense of like have one finger on each one? Because I only use one finger on each
Yeah, I use
shoulder.
Yeah,
I
I
use
do
my
too.
index. I use my index
Index
finger.
finger. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's making that leap up.
Yep.
Yep.
I feel you.
It's a journey.
All right.
It's a journey for my fingers. Can't do it. It's like
Can't do it.
Nope.
No, I do it.
I liked.
Oh,
I
gosh.
did like the feel of the DualShock 3 because it's so like thin.
It was thin, yeah.
Yeah, but the the sticks. If you go back to that, the sticks are terrible.
They're really close.
They're
I didn't
really
have a
just
Didn't have a problem
slippery.
with it.
Do you remember I remember my thumbs touching
Hmm.
You know
on
what?
the DualShock
remember.
3.
Paul, you did. They are a little slippery now that I think about it. I have slipped a few times.
They're a little bit like it's hard to explain. Like I don't think the sticks changed from like the DualShock 1 to the 2 to the 3. I think they kept pretty much the same texture. And then with the 4, they kind of
1,
they went back
2,
to the well. a
3
little
into
bit.
the 4.
Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is that the doubt?
Sorry. Go ahead, Hall.
Yeah, the DualShock 4 sticks though are definitely my favorite.
Have you guys worn out?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Mine hasn't either, but that's been like a big problem on the internet. People are like, the rubber wears off.
Dang.
Yeah, I
Maybe
didn't have
we
that
just
problem
don't
at
do
all.
that much gaming.
Exactly right. Yeah, Lee, we're some frauds up in this
That's
piece.
right.
All right, well, let us know what you guys' favorite controller of all time is. Use hashtag AnswerMTTG, and we appreciate you guys listening. 178 in the books. And I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall, and we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!